Hello and welcome to pmclounge.com. Today we are discussing three topics which are closely related to each other: procurement manager, centralized and decentralized contracting. Now, as always, if you're into reading articles, if you'd rather read about these concepts than watch a video, then you can go over to the first link in the description, which is going to take you to a related article on this topic over at our official website pmclounge.com. Also, second link in the description is going to take you to an entire playlist of every single video that we have done on the procurement management knowledge area. So two important links, check them out. Let's get started. First of all, procurement manager. Now, if you thought that you as a project manager are the sole responsible person for all kinds of procurement in your project, you are actually wrong, because procurement manager is actually a position. This is the person who is going to help you with procurements. Now, he is also sometimes referred to as contract admin or contract administrator. So in the PMP exam, if you see a question that says contract administrator or contract admin, you can assume, it is safe to assume that we are talking about procurement manager here. So a procurement manager is going to administer the contract and is the only person who has the authority to make any changes in the same, in the contract. So if there is a change in the contract, the only person who has the authority to make that change is the procurement manager. So quite an authoritative position and a very important position, someone who can definitely help you with all kinds of procurement in your project. The procurement SOW, or the procurement statement of work, also comes into the picture here, because this document is a part of the contract itself. The contract that you sign with the seller, the SOW is a part of it. Now, we have talked about SOW in one of our previous videos, and the second link in the description, which takes you to the entire playlist, will contain a video on SOW as well. But for the benefit of this video, let me remind you, this document basically contains a list of deliverables that you want to contract out. So that's all, just a list, and it should ideally not contain any confidential information unless absolutely necessary, because this document does reach external hands, and now we know that this is going to be a part of the contract as well. So any change in the SOW, you would say, you would believe that since this document is a part of the project, any change in this document, the SOW, should go through the usual change management process. But in addition to it, it should also be approved by the procurement manager. So any change to the SOW is essentially a change in the contract. And in our previous slide, we talked about how procurement manager is the only person who has the authority to make changes in the contract. So if there's a change request, it goes through the change management process. And if the result is such that the procurement SOW document is also changing, then you need to involve the procurement manager. If procurement manager is not involved, it is going to result in conflicts, and that is not something you should be looking forward to as part of your project. Avoid conflicts as much as possible. A quick reminder here, if you are looking for all of our PMP courseware articles as well as videos, head over to pmclounge.com/PMP training. Everything is absolutely free. Check it out. All right, now let's talk about the types of contracting. First is centralized contracting. And if an organization follows this concept of centralized contracting, basically it is going to have one procurement department, and one procurement manager is going to handle several projects. The procurement needs of several projects will be handled by one procurement manager. This does not mean that the procurement department is going to have only one procurement manager. What this means is a procurement department may have several procurement managers, and all those procurement managers can have several projects. They are dealing and handling the procurement of several projects individually. So one procurement manager can handle several projects, and there can be several procurement managers in the management, the procurement department of your organization. From project management perspective, this is like working in a functional organization. So this means that you are a project manager in more or less a functional organization where nobody reports to you. Everyone reports to their own function, like the procurement manager reports to his or her own function, which is the procurement department, and not to you. So this is like working in a functional organization from project management point of view. Second is decentralized contracting. Now, if an organization is following decentralized contracting, this concept, this means it is going to assign a procurement manager to each project. A dedicated procurement manager will be assigned to every project that is in flight. Now, this procurement manager is going to report directly to the project manager and not to his or her own procurement department. So this procurement manager is reporting to you, and I think you would have guessed it by now that from project management perspective, this is like working in a projectized organization because everyone reports to you. The procurement manager also reports to you and takes care of procurements of your project. So the question for this video, can you list some of the advantages and disadvantages of both centralized and decentralized contracting? Let me know in the comments. Definitely looking forward to your answers. And that's all that we had in this video. Smash that like button if you got value out of it and understood the concepts that we discussed. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified whenever we upload new content. Also, don't forget to check out the website pmclounge.com, your number one free PMP resource. Thank you.